Today we're going to have a general look at a few of the different blades we have in stock at Extac and their different uses. Alright, first up, we're going to take a look at a tactical knife. This is the SOG Seal PUP. These guys have got a Japanese Oz8 stainless steel blade, and usually with a tactical knife you want a combo edge, so a part serrated blade, because you might be cutting through heavy materials like webbing and rope, and you need to do it fast. These guys have got an FRN handle, which is a fiberglass reinforced nylon. It's very hard wearing, but it's extremely lightweight. These guys are a mid-price tactical knife. They run around the $99 mark, which is incredibly good value for a knife that you may have to depend your life on. Next, we're going to have a look at a popular camp survival style knife. This is the Schrade SCHF37. These guys are a full tang design, which means you've got steel running the whole way through the knife with some handles slapped on the sides. Usually in a camp survival style knife, you want a tough steel. These guys come in a 1095 carbon steel. Carbon steel is prone to rusting, so most of your blades will have this powder coated finish to seal the blade from the elements. These guys have got a choke point so you can get up on the blade, so if you're making a feather stick or doing some whittling, you can get more control on the blade. Or you can get back on it and get in and do some chopping. A knife like this is also great for doing some batoning because it's a nice thick blade stock. So it's going to be incredibly strong if you get another lump of wood and you're splitting down some wood. Next, we're going to have a look at a popular hunting knife. This model's from Buck, which is made in the USA. It's got a 420 high carbon blade steel. With a hunting knife, you usually want something that's got a hollow grind, which is going to give you a thinner edge, more of a slicey blade. And usually they're going to be in a stainless steel for corrosion resistance. This has a resin handle, which is nice and lightweight, and it's got the guard, the hilt, which is going to give your hand a bit of protection if you do need to use this as a sticking knife. These guys, for a USA made hunting knife, come in around the $160 mark. Next, we're going to have a look at a premium knife. This one's made by Lionsteel in Italy. It's got a Nylox tool steel blade, which has very good stain resistant properties for a tool steel. It's incredibly strong and has a nice thickness and a full tang design. Although this knife has a Mikata handle, and you can see that the Mikata goes all the way around. So they mill a channel in the knife and seat the blade into it, which gives you a much comfortabler grip holding onto the knife. This knife is a great all-rounder, and you're looking at about the $300 mark. This model might be out of the price point of the beginner knife enthusiast, but for someone looking for a high quality knife, this is a good model to look at. Next, we're going to have a look at a few folding knives. We're going to start with a great budget friendly, everyday carry style knife. This is a model from Real Steel. It's their E77 flipper. It's got a G10 handle. It's got a nice compact blade and it's not overly heavy. They have a pocket clip, so there's no need to worry about a sheath. You can just clip this inside your pocket and off you go. It's a flipper, so it flips open very fast, but it also has thumb studs. So if you don't want to open this knife in a sort of an aggressive manner, you can just use the thumb studs and open it like a normal knife. For around the $45 mark, this is a great beginner's knife to get a good quality option for EDC. Next, we have the Ruike slip joint folding knife. This is a little bit more of a traditional style folder in that it doesn't have a lock, it just has that slip joint mechanism. So you've got to be a little bit more careful when using a blade like this. This is a nice modern take on that old design, being it's got an incorporated glass breaker, it's got the G10 handle, and it's got a pocket clip. These blades are opened via the nail nick on the front there. So you can close it down and get your finger into the nail nick and open that blade up. These run a 12C27 Swedish stainless steel, which has great corrosion resistance and good edge retention. Next, we're going to have a look at a tactical styled knife. These are very popular with military and law enforcement because it has a double lock, the Auto-Locks double lock locking system on it. This model's a Tanto blade shape, so it's something a little bit different to what we've previously looked at. A Tanto came about because it has a very strong tip. It's very good for piercing tasks. These are also hollow ground through this bottom section and flat ground at the top. giving a nice thin cutting edge. How to disengage the lock on one of these folding knives is you pull back the spring-loaded lever and then push the liner lock across, and then you can fold the blade down. These have got an FRN handle, which is a fiberglass reinforced nylon. So again, very lightweight, but incredibly tough. They have a pocket clip, which is tip up or tip down and reversible to the other side, depending if you're a lefty or a righty. To open them, press down on the flipper tab, and that blade deploys very, very fast. And then closing is just as easy as spring load, tab back, liner lock across, and you can close that blade down. This comes in at around the $120 mark, which is still a really good price, whether you're a beginner or a professional looking for a high quality knife. Next, we're going to have a look at something different. This is more of a stiletto style blade shape, so it's very, very pokey. These guys have got a Japanese Oz8 stainless steel. It's Cold Steel's Ti-Lite. These are great for EDC in terms of they're very light and very sleek in the pocket. These have got the FRN handle like the CRKT did, so it's nice and light, but very tough. They have a pocket clip that's got a very tight amount of tension on there. So once you clip that into your pocket, that knife's not coming out. These guys have got thumb studs to open, or it's got this little quillion that you can grab onto things to open the blade. You can sort of open the blade like so, snap it open. It is a liner lock, so you're pushing across on the liner to close that blade down. You can open them up one-handed using the thumb stud. A nice feature with this blade is you can put this into your pocket, and as you pull it out of your pocket, it's going to catch on the side of your jeans and you can draw that blade open. So it's just another way to open this knife. These guys come in around $120. So again, still quite a reasonably priced knife for a Japanese stainless steel and a nice lightweight slender package. These are also popular with military guys as a bit of a backup folder. All right, next we're going to have a look at a nice premium folder. This is American made by a company called Zero Tolerance. Zero Tolerance is a division of Kershaw Knives. It's basically their military tactical high-end sort of arm. With a folder like this, you're getting much more premium materials. The handle is made from titanium and the blade is made from a nice premium blade steel called S35VN. This knife's also a flipper, but it's a frame lock, so it has a different locking mechanism. It's very similar to a liner lock in that it pops in the path of the blade, but this is the whole frame that pops in the path. I mean, unlocking is in the same manner. Push that frame lock across, and then you can fold the blade down. It's got the flipper tab poking out, so you can open that blade very, very fast. This model comes in around $350, which to a beginner seems like a lot of money to spend on a knife, but to someone that's into knives and it's a bit of a collector, this is a good price for a nice premium knife with titanium and S35VN blade steel. It's very ergonomic to hold and it's a very strong knife. If you'd like to purchase any of these knives, you can go to extac.com.au or you can click the link in the description.